we've reached Wednesday, and we're seeing what Jesus did during that week before the crucifixion. You know, Matthew, Mark and Luke are called the Synoptic Gospels because they set out in order a synopsis of the life of Jesus. John, on the other hand, sets out to highlight certain miracles and teachings often left out of the other Gospels. Did you know that a third of John's Gospel is taken up with the last week of Jesus' life? Jesus returned to Bethany last night, and we assume that the next day he returned to Jerusalem. It doesn't actually say so, but perhaps we could look at some of the teachings that he gave at this time. In Mark chapter 12, he's questioned by a sincere scribe who asks, what's the greatest commandment? To paraphrase, Jesus said, love God and love your neighbour. It's not about sacrifice and offerings, but a heart for God and his creation. Mankind. Jesus said this man was close to the kingdom. He also asked them how David could call his son Lord. This relates to the descendants of the Davidic line being the Messiah. Jesus could claim this both naturally and spiritually. Had they eyes to see, the very Messiah they sought stood before them. This is a clear example of Jesus' divinity. Now, chapter 13 of Mark is an explanation about the end times, and it refers to two events. One is the destruction of the temple, which took place in AD 70, and the other, the events leading up to Christ's second coming. In both cases, the exhortation is, be ready. Today could have been the day when Judas reached his agreement with the leaders to betray Jesus for 30 pieces of silver, blood money. The die is cast, the process begun. In Matthew 23, Jesus concludes an expose of the Pharisees' hypocrisy with a lament over Jerusalem, how he wanted to gather them under his wings, but they refused. This is the heart of the Saviour, plain to see. There's always an offer of forgiveness if we will respond. What a difference it would have made if the leaders had listened and repented. The fateful day draws nearer.